Welcome to the 2025 MAC Volleyball Season Preview and Content Days. I'm Emily Eman and really excited to be joined by Akron head coach Tyson Norton and sophomore outside Delaney Gash. Coach, let's start with you. You're entering your fourth season at Akron. What have you found is the best approach to preseason training to really get your team ready to play by non-conference?
So entering year four, I've learned so much over the previous three seasons so far. And for us, it's onboarding our incomers and getting our returners up to speed. And that transition, as we're going to drills and double days and kind of working through the grind of the preseason, has been flawless of our returners having a true connection with our incomers. And that started with their connections over summer. And so us going into year four, having similar drills, having the returners explain those to the incomers, them working together over summer has been a really great environment to be working hard in, and how they're being competitive and bringing the energy each and every day. With that being said, the transition of the NCAA having a few extra days of onboarding for preseason allowed us to not just, man, break down their bodies, right? We want to be supportive. We want to have enough reps that they get the touches and implement our systems, while also being fresh enough to be like, all right, we're mentally, physically, emotionally able to bring it every day. So it's been a great preseason so far. I'm looking forward to how far we can get.
I know we're just a few practices in. Delaney, from your perspective, what have you learned about this group so far?
I've learned it's a really fun group and we all really enjoy being here. But on top of that, like we're really hard workers. Every drill that we go at it full speed, 100%. And all practice throughout, we're just looking for more and more things that we can improve on just because we're like really wanting and needing to get better. And we really want that for each other and ourselves. So
With so many new faces on the team, you have 9 new players at Akron this year. How has it been integrating them, Delaney?
It's really been seamless. It kind of feels like we've been friends for years and we've been teammates for even longer. It's just we walk on the court and it feels like we're already a unit. Like you said, with those extra days, it really helped just knowing that we had that time. It didn't have to go 0 to 100, and we had outside of the gym just like little team get-togethers, and it just really helped. It's been seamless. We all feel like we're just best friends and teammates. So.
I'd love to see that, especially right away. Coach, with 9 new faces on the court, what can we expect from this group this year?
So that again, just the way our style we want to play, we're going to be a gritty team. We're going to be a competitive team. We're going to be a scrappy team. We're going to win those long hustle, scramble plays that we see every day in practice. And that's just bringing more competition into our gym. And so a little bit more depth across the board. Yeah, we graduated 7 seniors. We lost them to the portal, but the players we brought in. Right, coach talked about, hey, we're reloading, but hey, or reloading, excuse me. But hey, this is a true reload, right? We're bringing pieces in that are helping us get us where we want to be. And so just them working throughout this system, because we want to play fast, we want to play aggressive, and getting them up to speed on that aspect is a process. And so it's been a great 2 weeks of get them doing that. And so how we play through August and September and into MAC plays is gonna be really exciting. As we just, man, we're an aggressive, gritty team.
Yeah. You mentioned losing a handful of starters and looking to reload on your team. Who's really impressed you in the gym that could have a big impact this year?
Right. So Delaney here, she was as a freshman last year. It's freshman year is always hard. It's going through a lot of different things, right? You're playing, you're also in college, a lot of life changes as well. And so having a bigger role for her, I think is going to be important. I think some of the transfer we brought in are going to have an important role, especially on the left side. We graduated three of our starting middles, who kind of rotate through. So our two middles in our gym right now are looking for the two to compete at the level to get us on the court. And so just kind of balance of, man, who's doing the right things more often? How do we go compete at the level we're capable of? How do we execute the skills that they're capable of? That's going to help us get us where we want to be.
Yeah. Delaney, for you, just a sophomore, how does year 2 of preseason really compare to year 1 when you look back?
I just think that I've been more just personally, I was more prepared for it. And I think that it's allowed me to be more, I guess, take more of a leadership role because I know what to expect and I know how to help the incoming freshmen and transfers kind of feed into that. comparing from last preseason to this preseason, I think that this team is very gritty, very into hard work, and just we love it. Like we love the grind that we're going through right now.
For you and your leadership style, kind of emerging as more of a leader, even still as kind of a younger player on the team, what is your leadership style? Are you more vocal or lead by example kind of person?
I would say I'm definitely a more lead by example kind of person. I want to step out on the court and I don't want there to be any sort of doubt that I'm working as hard as I can. And kind of a little bit more vocal this year than I was last year, trying to get people to follow in that sense that, we can all do it together, but someone's got to start. And so kind of just trying to start that by leading by example. And then I'm trying to grow more as a vocal leader.
Yeah. Who would you say is the biggest vocal leader on the team right now?
Definitely Vanessa. She's very vocal. She's very supportive, and she's always going to be telling you what you're doing right. And if there's something that needs to be improved on, she's going to help you figure that out.
Always great to have those kind of people on your team. Coach, I want to finish up with this. As we look ahead to the start of non-conference play, what's been your biggest message to the team to get the year started?
Pushing through the hard. It's winning's hard, right? Knowing what it takes to win is hard, and doing the right things over and over again. And having those attention to details, right? Like we talked about the number of new players in our gym, getting them up to our standard that, hey, this is what we're going to do. And they were going up to that standard and they're like, all right, this is what we got to do. We understand what it looks like. And so again, just getting them to understand, and not just the width of the knowledge, but also the depth of what they're looking for us to do and what they can do. And they're asking great questions. And so we encourage those questions so we can get more clarity. And as we have more clarity, we can execute our skills better. So it's just been, man, it's a great process for us to go and build into the preseason.
I'm really excited to watch your team open up play in the Summit Hospitality Tournament against NC State. So excited to see this group come together. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.